Okay, so hi everyone. So today we're going to be doing a quarantined haircut to help your partners to get through this lockdown with a little bit of style, hopefully. So I'll be doing a step-by-step haircut using different equipment that you might have lying around the house or that you may be able to order in yourself if you need to. Okay, so I'll be using my wall super taper clippers with different guards. So you might have some of them lying around. I'm going to also use some mini clippers as well, just be doing a little bit of detail around the edge. You'll definitely have some of them. And my scissors and a comb as well, hopefully. Okay? Okay, so the first haircut I'm going to show, as you can see Luke's hair's got quite long, hasn't been cut for a while. It's just a bit of a tidy up, just for whoever, they just want a little bit of a trim but not a lot taken off. So what I'm going to do is first I'm just going to spray down the hair. Just makes the hair a little bit easier to work with. And pushing it back in the direction that I want the hair to sit into. So you can see Luke's hair naturally goes back. Some people's hair might go up or forward, but I like to brush it in the direction that I want it to sit in. So what I'll be doing first, I'll be using my scissors and my comb. And what I want to do is just get rid of this hair just sitting on top and behind the ear. It's just sitting a little bit bulky. Okay, so this will be really easy for you to do at home. Just want you to hold the ear and pull it back. Put your scissors on and just really slowly cut around that ear shape. Okay, then what we're going to do, push the ear forward, comb the hair down. Carry that cut down. So we're just getting rid of all them stray hairs that we don't want. Same around the back. Just taking off that length around the exterior. Now if you have little mini clippers, what you can then do is just neaten up that line. Placing it on and pulling down, nice and gently. So when you get to the ear again, just pull that forward, got a bit more access to the hair behind. Now using this edge, I'm just going to go and cut up. And then pull that ear back again. Using that edge of that clipper so we're not getting any harsh lines. Just taking off that excess hair. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show now is to take a little bit more length off. So I'm going to be using the clippers, so anybody that has them can have a go at this one. So what I want to do first is to section off the part that we're actually going to clipper so we don't go too high. The worst thing that we can do with a clipper is just to take it up too high. You don't have enough room to blend. Then so what I always say is we're not going to go past sort of the top of the temple with our clippers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put what we call a horseshoe section in the hairline. Try and get it as neat and as straight as you can. It's quite difficult on short hair. Bringing it around to the back. Okay, so we'll follow that shape to the opposite side as well, so it gives us a bit of like a horseshoe sort of shape. Okay. So the guard that I've put on today is a number 2. So with these clippers you can actually change the length of the clipper guard itself, so it gives you an extra half a clipper guard. Okay, so if your clipper guard is pressed forward, then that's the true number that it is. That's a true 2. And if it's pressed backwards, it's a 2.5. So my best piece of advice for cutting hair at home would be to maybe go a little bit longer than your partner usually has their hair clippered, because the shorter the hair is, the harder it is to blend out any lines or anything like that. So always go a little bit higher. So Luke usually has a 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in first with a 2.5 and work my way down from there, just so you can just see how that works. Okay, so I'm on a 2.5 and I'm just going to go in from the hairline, and I'm going to be using the angle of my clippers there. I'm going to be going in and flicking the hair out. I'm flicking it out. Now at the back you don't want to be going any higher than that occipital bone there to start with. Just do a little bit at a time. So just keep flicking in and out. Coming around to the sides, exactly the same, flicking up and out. And if you feel happy with that, then start to go a little bit higher. Okay, so that's giving us our number 2 through there, and a little bit of a weight band up there, but we want to keep that because we're going to want to blend that out later on. So when you're happy with that first number, then take it a little bit lower. So now I've put it down to a true 2. So I'm just going to do exactly the same again. Just press on a little bit harder this time. Just taking it up to that weight line that we've left at the top there. Okay, then I'm going to switch it down to a 1.5. So again, going a little bit shorter each time. Now with our 1.5, I'm not just going to go to just as high in that weight line. I'm just going to stop just a little bit below where I stopped last time. And that will give us a nice graduation of lengths. So that's my 1.5, now blended up to my 2, to my 2.5. So what I'll do is now I'll carry on around the other side, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to get rid of this weight band that we get at the top. Right, so now we've taken the length off on the sides, what I want to do now is get rid of that weight band through here. So we're going to be using a technique called scissor over comb. So what you're going to do is put your comb in, and it's going to mimic what our clipper just did. It's going to be putting it in and then angling it out like that, but at the same time we're going to just nibble the ends of the hair off with our scissors. And this just helps to blend that white line in a little bit more. Just work your way around. Put your comb in and lifting it out. So really what we're doing is creating more like a 3 guard, but we're doing it with our scissors rather than with the clippers. Just putting it in and just allowing that hair to fall out of the hair. And the hair always holds a lot of weight through this back point because we want to clip it up to that occipital bone there. So again, we need to do a little bit of work around this back area. So it's just nibbling away a little bit at a time. You can always take more off. I'd rather you take a little bit off and carry on doing it rather than just taking a massive chunk out. Okay, so now I've taken the clips down and that's left us with our longer hair on top, laying over our nice graduated cut underneath. Okay, so the way that Luke likes to style his hair backwards leaves us again with a little bit too much length and bulk there. So what I would do in this instance is just take a section just a little bit higher than what we did last time and just repeat that scissor over comb just a little bit more. Just due to the way Luke usually wears his hair, this is why I would do this. So just same again, just taking off a little bit of length using my comb. And that way that sits in a little bit better already. Okay, so now for the top, needs to connect this top into the sides now. So I'll be doing what we call a uniform layer. So it's where everything's coming out straight from the head at 90 degrees. Luke does wear his hair back, so I will be leaving that length a little bit shorter, a little bit longer at the front section, just so he has that little bit more of a sweep going back. So I always start at the crown of the head here and work my way forward, down and then around the sides. So what you want to do is just take a little rectangle section, the back of the head. Not too thick but not too fine either. And you're going to hold it straight out from the head. Decide how much you're going to take off. And then a nice blunt cut straight across. This is now going to act as your guideline as you go further down. Keep your sections nice and neat. Pick it up. Then you should be able to see what you've already cut in that last section through there. If you can't, that means that your section is too thick. So as I start to get to the front section, I'm just going to be pulling it back ever so slightly. So we call this over directing. Just going to leave a little bit more length. Okay, so done that top section. I'm happy with that top section. Should be able to pick it up and we should get a straight line going towards the front, it will be that little bit longer. So it'll be over directed ever so slightly. Make them a little bit soft. So what I want to do now is just connect this back in, and then I'll work in what we call orange segments around the head. So I want to find that very first section that I did, my guideline. So I'm going to pick up the hair, and it's going to be my shortest point there. That's what I already cut. That's going to be my guideline for this back section. The hair's coming out straight from the head. I'm just going to cut. Pick up the next bit. This is what I'm following. Keep going until we run out of hair. So we know that that hair there is the same length as that hair there. And then we just work in segments around the head. So now I've got my guideline there and at the top as well. And again, that front section, I'm just going to bring it back a little bit just so I can leave a little bit more length. I'm going to go back in with my scissor over comb. And then that's nicely connected in. Now if you do have any thinning scissors, and your client's got really thick hair, then again I'll do a little bit of scissor over comb, but with my thinning scissors instead. So what a thinning scissor does, it has teeth cut into the blade, so it just takes out random hairs rather than the whole bit of length. And you can even go in just point cut, just again just to soften them ends a little bit. So now I want to just clean up this neckline through here, so it's looking a lot shorter, so we can now see how the hair is growing upwards and it just looks a little bit messy. So I'm just going to bring it in and across, give it a bit of a natural neckline. Okay, so I've just dried Luke's hair off, just brushed it back a little bit. So just to define the cut a little bit more, I'm going to be using some foaming cream by American Crew. So I'm just going to use a little bit of product, not much. Put it into the palm of my hand, like so. And then what I want you to do is rub it together into your hands, almost so it's not there. That'll give us a really nice even coverage. And then just rub it throughout the head. Get it all in first. Don't forget the back, a lot of people forget to do the back. And then start to manipulate your shape. Okay, so a beard, what you want to be looking at for a beard trim is just taking off any excess length that you've got bulking out onto the side. So what we're going to do is just slim that line in there just a little bit more and connect it in with the haircut as well. Okay, so just brush it all out first. And what I want to do is just clean up these lines down here and underneath there. So if you've only got scissors, I'm going to go in with the scissors. I'm just going to take off the excess. Okay, and then I'm just going to put my comb in, and I'm going to make sure that this bottom edge of the comb is just sticking out slightly, so it's going to go from shorter to longer through there. And again, just nibbling up a little bit at a time. And then if we're going in with our clippers, I'm going to use the corner edge again. And then you just want to smarten up that line down there. So that overall we're getting a nicer shape going on. So for the moustache, you just want to take off a little bit of length on the lips. So I'm going to go in with my scissors, and I'm just going to cut again the little hairs following the shape of the lip. Okay, so this is our final results. Oh, if you've heard any strange noises throughout the video, it's been this little dog here chewing on my thumb right now. So we've gone from a 2.5 down to a 1.5 on the sides, blended that throughout. We've done what we call a uniform layer on top, where everything's coming out 90 degrees from the head, slightly bringing the fringe back just to give a bit more length. Added a little bit of product just to give a bit more definition, and then we've just blended the beard in nicely, just so it sits a little bit better with the haircut. So I hope you all like this video. Give it a go. If you do, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.